Hello. Mage Rage, June, week 1. And no time to talk about why I'm got up like this, because here's the spells I'm choosing. Explosive, and Levitation, and Slowness, and Fire, and Annihilation. And here we are out into a world which is being deleted. So while I take my coordinates, just look at all the holes appearing in the ground. And here's what we're collecting. Cut sandstone, iron bars, cracked stone bricks. Everything's gradually dropping down into the ground. A bookshelf. 17. Was that purple terracotta? A pumpkin. A repeater, TNT, and an acacia trapdoor. And my crystal ball is significantly lower than it was when I threw it out. Okay. I haven't brought either mining or telekinesis this week, so it's down to the old punching. Punching of logs, punching of stone. No, not punching. I'm not going to punch any stone. I'm looking for a place where there is exposed stone, and I found it quite easily because look, things have been deleted already, and the dirt has been deleted from the surface, the grass blocks, and I'm down into the stone already. So a very unmagical sort of start. As I get to work with a pickaxe. Ooh. But that's reminding me of magic again. There's a dragon nearby. Oh, did you notice that one of the blocks that had been deleted was actually my workbench? So let's make another one. And make up the remaining tools that I haven't done yet. And let's get a couple of furnaces on the go. And why don't we fly around? So it was evidently a white dragon because, whoops, there's some ice trail. Here is the white dragon, look, up in the sky, flapping around, not sitting on the ground where I can use it. You have to ride, but never mind, because I've got spells for being able to travel around. And right, I'm attempting to... I'm making a complete mess of this, as usual. Trying to get my food. This time I was trying to do the Annihilation plus Fire combo, which I did. It just made a big wall of fire all over the place, and now I'm chasing the cows and pushing them into it. It's a mess. Let's face it. Okay. So I'm going to end up with some edible materials, some of it cooked, some of it not. But anytime soon I'll be ready to start the collecting. I just noticed that dragon flying around over there. That is a different dragon, isn't it? That's no way is that the white one. That looks like that is probably the red dragon, because there's some fire on the trees over that way. Anyway, what am I looking for? Blue, because I have to make purple. The only dyed thing I have to make is, there it is, there's the purple dye. Continuing the theme of last week, where I over-collected enormously, I think I'm under a misapprehension. I haven't sat down and thought about it carefully enough. The 17 items in the middle that are coloured purple, I'm still thinking that they are probably concrete. I'm also probably thinking that I need 17 dye. I don't need anything like that number. It is actually terracotta, but that won't stop me ignoring all the clay that's in that pond and going collecting gravel and sand. At some point I'll realise. Of course I will. I like the travelling. It's restful. Floating down like a feather. Less restful is that it's suddenly come on to rain. And the world is still being deleted. I'm not getting any noticeable lag, you notice, at this moment. I was wondering whether I would get any with the deletion going on everywhere around you, but at the same moment getting rain and snow, and flying and dragons around. But at the moment it seems to be it's coping with it pretty well. As you'll see, there is a moment later on this week where I do get severe lag. Ooh, creeper! Yes. But I don't know what's the reason behind that severe lag that I get. You keep on watching and see if you can see what it's all about. Right. Killing creepers is probably a good idea because one of the items I've got to collect is TNT. I don't know whether I've quite got that round my head yet. It's a good thing to actively go after the creepers. I'm still on the wrong trail of thinking I need a bit of gravel and sand. Still haven't realised that it's actually terracotta in the middle slot. I even seem to have worked out exactly how much gravel and sand I'm going to need. Come on then. So this must go down as wasted time, mustn't it? As I found out last week, it's not anywhere near as bad as you think it is. When you're playing at the time, and as soon as you realise you've made a mistake, I'm just playing games with the occasional mob that's around. Let's get out of town. Yes, you tend to think that it's really bad, or you've wasted half an hour or something. But actually, when you count it up, it usually turns out to be a couple of minutes. Annihilation. I will have to stop choosing it. At the moment, it's almost like an ever-present essential. I just take it every week since it's new. But I'll have to try pain again. Let's go back and do the old familiars. But it's never a matter of just picking the familiar one and sticking with it. With me, it will always be variety. Keep trying new ones all the time. I've just spotted a pumpkin, or a bunch of pumpkins. Pumpkin patch from the sky. So I thought, well, that is excellent. That's an item on my collection. In fact, it may be the first item. Yes, it is. The first item on my collection. I've just thrown away the gunpowder in amongst. Right, I've realised the problem about not wanting to collect gravel and sand at this moment. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Yes, I realised it. I now know that it's clay that I want. So I've thrown things away, but I threw away the baby with the bathwater and the... Right, I'm remembering things all the time. I'm having to go back and get things. Here we are. Let's get some serious clay collection done. But the chances of doing it unmolested while you're trying to do it in the middle of a rainy night in a pond surrounded by trees in which we've got mobs hiding by the million. Me exaggerate? Okay, so how are we doing? How many of these am I going to want? I think Ed has carefully chosen the number 17 because it is 2 recipes worth, but just into the 3rd recipe that I need, so it'll be 24. 3 8s, that's right, 24. Now, was there some glass that I actually needed this week as well? I don't think there was, so I'm really not quite sure. I think I'm not throwing away my sand collection because I've got to get some cut sandstone. And I assume that I will just use sand to make into sandstone and then turn that into cut sandstone. That is the plan. Okay, now at one point back there I grabbed some sugarcane, and that's because I'm working on getting a bookshelf made, and that's something else that I will need more of. I will need more sugarcane until I've got the right number, and I was conveniently picking up what was I going to say? Leather right at the start when I was collecting my food. So I should pretty much be in a position to make the bookshelf anytime now. Now watch out for losing the crafting table all over again. I've lost one. You don't want to do too many of those. I keep waiting for the crafting grid to suddenly vanish as the crafting table has been hit. Oh, look. I think not only is finding a desert good for cut sandstone, but actually I can find some ready-made if I go into this temple. So, any dangers in here? Run through. Anyone? Nope. There didn't seem to be anyone just there. Now I'm hoping that... Oh, of course, yes, I can collect my TNT straight off the bat. Just get TNT. Don't know quite what this playing around is. I thought I'd better check the chests because there might be something wonderful in there that I really needed. Yeah, that's chiseled sandstone, but I have actually already picked up some cut sandstone that I needed on my way down to the bottom of there. The chests are useful in another way. I can throw out unneeded materials. Right, I don't need the gunpowder anymore. Time to go really deep. Well, not really deep. But I do need iron. And I will also need some redstone for that repeater that I've got to make. And I should remember that since I haven't got mining or telekinesis, I've got to make sure I've got enough iron to make an iron pick to get the redstone the conventional way. But while I'm deep underground, now while I was in the temple I noticed that the deletion did pick a hole in the top of the temple. But it does seem to be working from the sky downwards, the deletion. So I'm thinking that if I stay in little safe alcoves under the ground like this, I should be able to get my crafting done safely without losing a furnace full of real good stuff that I've spent ages collecting. Yeah, so anyway, there's the purple terracotta for the middle. So I've got like 5 items collected now, and I've been going probably about just coming up to half an hour. So it's a pretty good week, really. I feel like I've had a boosted start, despite all the collecting of the gravel and sand that I didn't even want. Okay, so I'm checking the recipe for redstone repeater. Let's put right all the old ways, and I realised that did you notice I just did my cracked stone bricks? So that's a 6th item done, and I'm now preparing for the repeater by making 3 stone, which I need for the bottom of it. So now it should be that I'll just go down, 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 and try and find some redstone down at the bottommost layer. But of course I've got to do this. I've got no telekinesis for drilling big holes. So I thought I'd go down just like I was playing a game of Minecraft, keeping one eye on my coordinates to see how deep I'm getting, keeping one ear open for lava popping in case I just fall straight into it, and keeping my eyes open to see that I'm not just drilling down over the top of a giant ravine. Right, I'm approaching the right level now. Going to be there any time. And there is the iron that I needed just as well. I was thinking that I might make it all the way down to the bottom level. I picked up those 3 iron ingots in the temple, so I could make my iron pick, but what I really need is 6 more iron to make the iron bars that are part of the collection. So this is perfect, this little outcrop of iron ore that I've found. So start off, there's my pick that I'm going to be needing in a moment. I think really if this comes off well and I get there you go, there's the iron bars as well. Yeah, if I manage to get the redstone, and I'm actually too deep for it right now, but let's go digging and hope I don't drill straight into the bottom of a lava lake. Yeah, the last thing that I'm going to need on my collection after I finish down here is acacia. I need a savanna for an acacia trapdoor. Now there's hope that I might find that near this desert, but I'm in a bit of a dilemma as well, because the quickest way back to the surface is by dying down here, and yet of course that will send me back to spawn. So the other way back is to find my way back up. I suppose I could levitate back up in. We shall see. At the moment, I'm not having the best of luck finding redstone. Even to the extent that I'm worried that I'll run out my iron pick, my newly created iron pick, before I find any. So I've switched back to a stone pick for the moment, thinking, okay, let's be cautious. There we are. We've run into the redstone. So this should be everything I need. I should be able to make that repeater. 2 torches needed, and another dot of. There we go. So that's it. So that's 8 out of the 9 items all created, and now I've got back to that dilemma moment. I'm thinking, I'm evidently thinking I want to break out into that cave. I've heard a creeper hopping around in this cave as well, so I want to kill myself. I'm thinking it's got to be the quickest way to. Here we go. Hello. Right. So I got my wish, but of course there is the drawback that I'm a long way from the desert again. And the savannah. What on earth is going on? Look, this is severe lag moment. The countdown was so delayed on my levitation that it's taken me right up to the achievement level of Great View from up here. So I'm a bit distracted and worried by the fact that the countdown is horrendously slow and something has gone wrong since I died. Now, and see the stars skipping around in the sky? Yeah, there's something is not right. So I'm thinking, okay, well, will it catch up with itself? Will it sort itself out in a moment? Or will I have to jump out of game and get it sorted out that way? So let's try and find a good place to... Oh look, a baby after me. I'll slow him down. Really haven't used all of the spells that I want to, but I'm not doing too badly. There we are. That was me cutting out of game and back in again. That is this slightly speeded up level. It's difficult to spot, but everything is perfectly all right after I came out of game and gone back in again. Yeah, the countdown timer is now back to normal. I'm not floating off towards the sky limit every time I try levitation. So it's the last item blues. I'm down to the point where I want to circle the world and find a savannah. And I've decided to go anti-clockwise around spawn, about a few hundred out. But of course the problem is that you can't see your, what's it called, crystal ball to check when you're up in the air. You can actually, you can very quickly flip across to it and then flip back to your wand before you come crashing into the ground. But yeah, I didn't feel like I was likely to do that. Okay, so I found the desert, or a piece of desert. I don't know if it's the same desert. Found that again, thinking there might be a savannah somewhere near it. And in fact, look, there is a savannah just up next door to it. And so that was good fortune. But I was looking in the right place, so I don't feel overly lucky finding that. It's a big savannah, I think. And here we grab a few bits of wood, turn it into planks, and make that acacia trapdoor, and we're finished in 43 minutes and 39 seconds, so it's another pretty fast run. Oh, hello. There I am, Indiana Jones with a box on his head and a pride wand. Where else can you see that combination? Well, next week probably. See you next time. Bye bye.